So the biggest thing for me, what I love about this job, is just making those connections with the students and really letting them know, like, hey, I'm here for you. I want to be whatever you need here at school. If you need someone to just cry to, if you just need someone to sit in silence with, like, I'm that person. Whatever the student needs, I want to make sure they have an advocate for them. And like I said, just making those relationships with those kiddos is amazing, you know, knowing you can impact them and knowing you can help them be the first kid in their family to graduate high school, not get a GED, but to graduate high school. And then further on, you know, to college and trade schools. My name's Mariah Stacona. I'm the Native American liaison here at Madras High School. And basically what I do here is I'm trying to bridge the gap between Madras community and the Warm Springs tribal members. And so that's one of my main purposes here, is just really try to bridge that gap between people and then really advocate for Native American students here. They go through a lot in their home lives, and so just being someone constant in their life who's going to support them, love them, and, you know, push them in the right direction. That's basically my job. So I am one of 11 kids. Some of them are Native American, some of them are Mexican. So I really grew up in a diverse community. My family, we grew up poor, and that's nothing to be embarrassed about. It kind of happened. You know, it was hard. My mom was single. She raised us as kiddos by herself, and kind of just seeing her struggles of, you know, how are we gonna pay our rent? How are we gonna, you know, pay for our next meal? Stuff like that really pulls on your heartstrings. And I think that's what led me to where I'm at now, wanting to give back to the kids, knowing that they might struggle at their home life, and just being somebody who can be like, hey, I've been there. I know what you've been through. This is how you can get through it. It's gonna be okay. You know, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And so I think that is the biggest advantage I have to this job, is knowing I can look a student in their eyes, specifically a Native American student, because that's where my job is kind of geared to. It's just being able to be like, hey, I know exactly where you live. I know which neighborhood you're in. You know, just specific things like that I can relate to with those hardships, and then bringing them back like, hey, it's gonna be okay. No, I didn't have a perfect life growing up, but it could have been a lot worse. And I've seen those students who just had a really tough time and they didn't make it. And so I kind of use that experience as, what if I could have been that person for that kiddo? And their life could have been a total different career path. Because we have a lot of kids who fall into drug and alcohol here. And so basically I looked at that and be like, if I was the person I want to be now, then their life would have been completely different. I guess I just want to be the person that can change a kid's life. Don't let them just slip through the cracks. I know I can be the person who's like, you know what? This is what's going to happen if you go down this path. Let's change that together so you can have a better life for yourself and possibly for your family. Yeah, so what I personally want to see, the goals that I've set for myself, is I want to make sure at least 98% of the Native American students graduate high school. And I know we've had some great success in the past. I think right now we're currently sitting around 90% Native Americans graduating, and that was through the COVID years. And so I really want to make sure we carry those numbers on. Because if you're really harping on, be a positive person, let's make our community better, you know, you gotta walk the walk. You know, you gotta want to come back and do what you're saying. And so in order for our community to be better, they gotta have more people willing to go out, but also come back and show the kids that it's possible, you know, to go, come back and give back to your community. My career advice would be just finding something you love and that you're super passionate about. Because once you find that, your job is gonna be super easy. Your career, your life is gonna be so much better walking into a job that you love, that you look forward to. And in return, you're gonna be a better worker, a better educator, a better counselor, whatever it might be. If you love what you're gonna do, you're gonna be that much better at your job, and you're gonna affect lives in a positive way that much better.